Hello everybody and welcome back to another Boston Celtics video here on the New England Sports Nation YouTube channel here on YouTube. I just got finished recording a Red Sox video. That was frustrating, but now we're going to completely switch the table, or however you want to call it, and we're going to be talking about the Boston Celtics, aka the last good team in Boston, for now. This is the only team that knows how to play their sport in a good way. The Boston Celtics. Let me tell you why. The Red Sox, it's awful. Bruins, nobody will be able to study their downfall. I'll make a separate video someday about the Bruins this season. It was god-awful. I think they finished worst in the Eastern Conference after going to the playoffs for like 9 straight years. So nobody will be able to study that. And the Patriots are the Patriots. Patriots are pretty much the Red Sox. They've just been trashed the last 2, 3, 4 years. So all we got is the Celtics left. And thank goodness for that, because they are looking for back-to-back NBA Finals. We all know that they are 2024 NBA champions. You know what I just realized, everybody? Is that I never made a I never made a Celtics video right after them winning the 2024 NBA Finals back in June of 2024. And I don't know why. I know there's probably 2 reasons why I didn't do that. One, either I was so excited that we finally won an NBA Finals, because the last time we won an NBA Finals before 2024, I think it was, 08 or 09? It was one of those 2 years, I forgot. It's late outside, so I'm tired. But it was been a long time. And I was younger than 5 years old, something like that. So obviously I didn't watch it live because I was so young. So that was my first time I ever watched and Celtics NBA Finals championship that the Celtics won ever in my life. So either because I was really excited and forgot to make a video about it, and I also had a ongoing summer job during the NBA Finals was going on. So I was really busy with work. So that's probably the reasons why. So I didn't really do a full video on that, so I'm sorry if you guys, back last year were anticipating for that. If the Celtics do win it again, and hopefully they do, I think they can, then we'll definitely do a full video on it. Now I am putting in the title of this video, it's going to be, called The Boston Celtics are 2024 NBA Champions, and can the Boston Celtics be the 2025 NBA Champions? I kind of put the 2024 in there since I never did a full video on this. Because if I did do a full video back in 2024 when the Celtics won the NBA Finals, I would obviously title it The Boston Celtics are 2024 NBA Champions. That's why I'm kind of putting it in this title, because I've never done it before. And I'm kind of disappointed that I never did. It's probably because I never was able to get to it just because I was so busy during that time. But anyways, besides the point, can the Celtics go back-to-back? I think so. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Celtics. Well, that's half the reasons why I think the Celtics will go back-to-back. Half of it is because I'm a Celtics fan, obviously. And the other half is that this team played probably the best basketball. They played the best basketball they've ever played probably since last year. Because the Celtics finished 64-18 last season when they won the NBA Finals. They went 13-3 in the playoffs. They only lost 3 games. They won in the first round, 4-1 against the Heat. Then they won 4-1 in the conference semifinals against the Cavs. And then they swept the Pacers 4-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals. And then they won the NBA Finals against the Mavericks 4-1. So it was 13-3 in the playoffs, which is like the best. I don't know if it's the best in NBA history, because I know nobody did a 16-0 in the playoffs. That'd be absurd. That's never been done, I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure the 13-3 was at least tied for NBA history. I don't know if anybody did better than that. I don't even think the Warriors back in the day did better than that I remember. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think that is history. The Celtics definitely did not have the best record in NBA history. That was the Warriors. They were 73 wins and 9 losses in the 2016 season, I think it was, when the Warriors blew the NBA Finals against the Cavs 3-1. If any Warriors fans watch, I'm so sorry about that. I don't know if there's any Warriors fans watching this, but I'm sorry. So I think the Celtics can go back. And the other half, so the first half is that just because I'm a Celtics fan, so obviously I would say they can go back. The other half is analytics and statistics. Because the Celtics, I'm pretty sure in the second half of the year, I think they went, I don't know if I'm correct on this, I think they went at least like 30 wins and like 5 losses to finish the season. I think they were like 30-5 because they were definitely the best team in the league in the second half of the season. Because remember the beginning of the season, this season when the Cavs started out like 15-0? If the Cavaliers did not do that, the Celtics would have clinched first place back-to-back years. Because the Cavs are starting to show, they're still a great team, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say the Cavs are bad. They are definitely, they clinched the Eastern Conference. They are a very good team this year. And I did not even think, nobody thought the Cavs were going to start 15-0. They actually, on a coincidence, they actually finished 64-18. The same exact record as the Celtics finished last year. The way the Cavs were going in the beginning of the season looked like they might break the Warriors' record of 73-9. That did not happen, obviously. The Cavs started to struggle a bit towards the end of the season. So, it's basically the same. It's the exact opposite with the Celtics and Cavs. The Cavs started out crazy good, and the Celtics were still good in the beginning of the season, but definitely not as good last year. And then towards the end of the season, the Cavs start losing more games, and the Celtics were just absolutely dominating the second half. They were definitely the number one team in the second half of the season in the league. They were at least 30 wins and 5 losses to end the season. The Celtics, I think the last Celtics video I did was the video I talked about how they were blowing leads in the second half. They don't do that anymore. Thank goodness for that. They can't be doing that, especially if they're trying to win back-to-back. But that was the last Celtics video. I'm trying to remember their record, because I know I said their record in that video. I think they were 42-18 when I made that video. I think that was like 2 months ago, that video. That video was like 2 months ago, at least a month or two ago. They were 42-18. That was 2 months ago. The final 2 months of the season, they went from 42-18 to 61-21. I'm pretty sure they only lost 3 games in the last month or two. 3 games, if I'm correct on that. Because I'm pretty sure that's what I said. It sounds familiar. I'll go back in the video and watch it after this video. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I'm not going to remake this whole video just because I said a record wrong. But it's definitely 5 losses or less. I'm pretty sure it's 3. I'm 90% sure it's 3. I'm pretty sure the Celtics went from 42-18 to 61-21 in the last month or two to end the season. That is the exact way you want to end a regular season, especially when you're going back-to-back, when you're trying to go back-to-back for NBA champions. And especially when there is more competition. Have you guys seen how stacked the Western Conference is this year? From third place, from the 3rd seed in the Western Conference to the 8th seed this year in the Western Conference, it's separated by less than 3 games or less. There's like 5 teams that have like the same record in the Western Conference from the 3rd seed to the 8th seed. I remember when the Grizzlies were in 2nd place for 90% of the season, and they finished 8th. And they still had a pretty good record. They were like 48-32. But like, there's like 7 teams in front of them that have like pretty much the exact same record as them, but a game above them, or 2. Like, if you're watching this video right now, look at the Western Conference. Look at how stacked and close is it as I can't speak. Look how close and stacked it is from the 3rd seed to the 8th seed. It's insane. The Grizzlies dropped from 2 to 8 while they're still a good team. Yes, they did struggle a tiny bit like the Cavs did towards the end of the season, but they're still a good team. 48-32, I think there's something like that. That's still a good season. If you compare the 8th seed in the Western Conference to the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference, it's a huge difference. If I'm correct on this, I'm pretty sure The Grizzlies were the 8th seed in the Western Conference to finish the season. 48-32, I think they were. And if you go to the Eastern Conference 8th seed, I think it was, who is the 8th seed? I think it's either the Magics or the Bulls. It drops to 40 wins. That is a crazy big difference. The 8th seed in the Western Conference has 48 wins. The 8th seed in the Eastern Conference has 40 wins. I think the only teams the Celtics need to watch out for in the Eastern Conference, in my opinion, is the Knicks and the Cavs. That's it. The Bucks are good. And for the Bucks and the Knicks and even the Pistons had a great season. Congratulations to any Pistons fans watching. Great season. You're going to make the playoffs. You're going to be the 6th seed. You're going to play the Knicks, I'm pretty sure. That's going to be a pretty fun series. It's going to be fun to see the Pistons in the playoffs finally. When was the last time they made the playoffs? I feel like it's been like almost 10 years. I don't know how long it is. I don't know how long it's exactly been, but it's been a while, I'm pretty sure. The Celtics, I think they only have to watch out for the Knicks and the Cavs. The Bucks are still good. I'm not trying to say the Bucks and the Pacers are not good. They're good. I just think the biggest teams the Celtics have to watch out for in the Eastern Conference is the Knicks and the Cavs. If the Celtics win the Western Conference this year, it would be a whole different story. This might be the most stacked Western Conference going into the NBA playoffs I've seen in my life. The 8th seed almost has 50 wins in the Western Conference. The 8th seed in the East only has like 40. That is like I said, that is a crazy difference. Crazy difference. If I had to make an NBA Finals predictions, I would say Celtics Thunder. Because the Thunder were crazy. They were close to the Warriors record back in 2016 when they had the best regular season in NBA history at 73-9. The Thunder finished 68-14. They were this close to a 70-win season. And again, the last time we saw that was the 2016 Warriors. I'm pretty sure. Because I don't remember any team getting 70 after 2016. So, that's what I think. I think I predicted this last month. I said Celtics, Thunder, Finals, Celtics win Game 7. That's my prediction, because I'm a Celtics fan. If the Celtics don't win the Finals, I think it will definitely be the Thunder. Because what a year for the Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is most likely probably going to win MVP, even if the Thunder don't come out on top. I'm pretty sure a player can win MVP if you don't win the Finals. That might be a really stupid question by me, but I'm pretty sure a player can win an MVP without winning the NBA Finals. That might be the stupidest question I've ever asked. I don't know if I'm having a brain fart or something, but I'm pretty sure a player can win the MVP without winning the NBA Finals. So yeah, I think the Celtics can do it. I would say the competition is definitely tougher than last season. I definitely do not think the Celtics will go 13-3 in the playoffs, because there is a lot more competition than last year. Because I think the Mavericks had like 48-50 wins last season when they made the NBA Finals. So they had a great playoff push. But, I mean, we're talking about the most stacked Western Conference that I've seen in my life, probably. So, this is going to be very, very tough for the Celtics. Can they still do it? I think so, because the level of basketball that they've been playing these last couple months is top-notch basketball. The Celtics at one point a couple months ago were like 9 or 10 games back from the Cavs. They finished the season only 3 games from the Cavs. They were 3 games away from first place. They were 9 or 10 a couple months ago. It was down to 3 when the season has ended. The in-season tournament starts tomorrow, as I'm recording this. And I'm pretty sure if the Hawks win tomorrow, the Celtics automatically play the Hawks in the first round, and the Hawks they finish the season like 39-42, something like that. So hopefully the Celtics can just breeze through that, hopefully. So we don't want to pull any Boston Bruins from a couple years ago. We all know how that ended. So overall, can the Boston Celtics go back-to-back? Absolutely. I think they can. The only thing is there's a lot more competition on both conferences. But definitely more on the Western Conference. And I'm just so glad the Celtics are on the East because, my goodness, the Western Conference playoffs are probably going to be insane this year. And I can't wait for it. It looks like the Lakers are going to play the Warriors, I think, in the first round. That would be crazy. Curry versus LeBron rematch back when LeBron was on the Cavs, like I said about that 2016 NBA Finals. That would be awesome to watch. I don't know if it's still like that. I don't know. The Warriors would have to have the 6th seed, and the Lakers would have to have the 3 seed, or in vice versa. I don't know if it's still like that. I haven't checked the brackets in a couple days. I hope it's like that. I hope those teams play each other in the Western Conference playoffs, because that would be fun to watch. But I feel like any teams that play in the Western Conference, it's going to be really fun to watch, because everyone is so good in the Western Conference. It is insane on how good that conference is this year. So, my full prediction, Celtics, Thunder, NBA Finals 2025, Celtics win in 7 games. That's my prediction. Let me know your prediction in the comment sections. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.